Anyways, you started by saying we should talk about issue on the roads, and I agree, especially now that a lot of travel is going to happen. People are going for Easter. There are roads. We were talking about Kwewu the other day, and we had messages, and some people were complaining about some portions of the road that wasn't bad. It's quite scary, the numbers that are surging. But I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it so that we can sensitize our people. Let me start off with you, Mr. Landon.
Yes, good morning. And good morning, Kwame.
Good morning.
And good morning to our viewers. Yes, the issue of road safety around this time is very crucial because in this country we tend to find a lot of people travel around this time of the year. The statistics, I can't remember all the statistics now, but road crashes early this year, and the fatalities have been terrible.
Very.
And the Accra-Kumasi road.
I think the first quarter, according to the superintendent of Bain, it's around 700.
700. I think it's 750.
Yeah, 700.
Fatalities.
And 300 of that, he says, has to do with motorbikes, you know.
Yeah. So, and these are to do with the fatalities. But in terms of the
yes, who are maimed.
Yeah. But in terms of the other accidents, I mean, like people, the other casualties is terrible. It's terrible, and the loss, vehicles damaged, you know, people going to be in hospital, and the cost to the economy and all that, it's very bad. Thankfully, some sections of Accra-Kumasi Road, particularly going, you know, before Nkoko, which had been a single carriageway, the other carriageway hadn't been done for a long time, has been opened. So at least it's reduced the pressure. So now, and of course, in so doing, has enhanced the safety on the road.
That's Kumasi?
Yes, going towards from Accra to onto Accra-Kumasi Road, the Nkoko stretch. Yeah, so that is a good thing. But then, see, being Easter, today is a working day.
Yes.
Easter starts from, well, this evening through
Friday.
So,
Friday,
yeah.
And then Saturday,
You know,
Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. So a lot of people want to be traveling today. They want to finish quickly what they are doing and go. Others might not finish in time, might want to leave very early tomorrow morning. So there's going to be a rush on the roads.
Yeah.
And of course, when some people also go, there are so many things happening. People will travel, you know, within the areas, you know, then that people will be reveling. There'll be alcohol, general enjoyment, and sometimes to that mood, whether there's alcohol influence or other. Some people might be a bit, you know, less attentive.
Right.
Maybe the company, the vehicle, you know, the excitement, so the driver may not be that concentrating on the road. So all these things have contributed to the trouble. So I think at this time we must urge people to be very sensitive to road use, not just themselves, but sometimes the problem isn't from the driver and his vehicle, but from another vehicle and the driver who may not be so careful or careless, and you know. So these are the issues, and I think that we hope that this Easter, I think National Road Safety has mounted quite a heavy campaign.
So
we hope that by adding our voices to it, will help to, you know. As for the motor riders, I was happy the police have started an exercise to try.
Parry.
Yes, but you see, I must say this too. Sometimes when the police starts on these exercises, in the process, sometimes they become a bit of a nuisance.
I was trying to put it to him, but he said we should stay focused. We should focus on the topic.
Yes. So to make it successful, you know, when you have that guy riding, he's stopped. You know, he's obeying traffic. There's a slight infringement. Don't deal with him like the guy who drove so recklessly. Meanwhile, the guy who drove recklessly, he didn't catch him. But then the person who, no, it's not right.
I see.
That's what sometimes they tend to do. And I hope that they manage this exercise better so we get a very good result.
I see. Opinion? Let's see of
road safety.
The nature of the roads, one. That's what Mr. Landon also talked about. So, I mean, I have done these few days like drinking water. That the road is actually very bad, especially from Joapon right to Asikuma, quite bumpy. And if you see the number of vehicles that trooping, just take STC alone, every day, the road is extremely bad. But I mean, anyway, we should be careful, right? We should.
Isn't good morning to
Right.
our viewers and good morning, Philip.
morning.
Isn't it when the road isn't good that we need to take our time? Why do we speed? Kogu, I'm not even too. Yes, it's a worry, you know, traveling, you know, out of Accra, but Accra itself. Yesterday, on another TV station, they were discussing road safety.
Okay.
And they showed some clips at traffic lights. There was one car, I think it was at the Opebia. Is it Opebia?
Yes.
Where President Kufuor had an accident.
Yes.
Yes.
Opebia.
Yes. Where the traffic light
Where
is.
the traffic
Yeah.
light is. There was a car coming from the Shangri-La end,
Okay.
got to Opebia, and was doing a U-turn.
U-turn.
Yes, doing a U-turn.
Okay.
To head back towards airport.
To head back towards airport.
Okay.
At the traffic light, and a car was coming, and I think he was trying to break the change of light, and the guy doing the U-turn felt because his was yellow, he was ready to go. Car just came in, pushed it off the road.
Wow.
Another one, on that same junction, the motor was coming from aviation right down to the traffic light. And he just crossed, didn't see a car coming from the airport side on that main road, and just knocked the guy off the motorbike. And you tend to ask yourself, don't we see cars as lethal weapons? They are lethal weapons if you do not drive according to.
There's a billboard around that same area that states the car you use doesn't have sense. You, the driver, has. I'm paraphrasing, so apply it.
And you don't understand why people sit behind the steering wheel and feel that it's the car that will save them. But the responsibility is theirs to make sure that the car saves them. I mean, tractor drivers cross you anyhow, motorbikes, taxi drivers. So you who are trying to drive according to road regulations, you always have to have your tenterhooks around you. You can't afford to take your eye off the road, because as you are looking forward, your visionary, your external visionary is also looking on the sides.
Yeah.
Because you can never tell who's come to knock into your car. And the worst thing is when we have good roads.
I see.
Like they've asphalted most of the roads in Accra. Everybody feels they can speed.
Everybody.
And they get-
we are always in a rush.
Yes, and they get to a zebra crossing. Instead of stopping, even if you stop, the car on the other side will just pass. I mean, what's the thinking?
As for zebra crossing, we don't respect it in this country. It's as though it's just some design on the
Yes,
roads.
and even sometimes the zebra crossing is there. The person will cross outside the zebra crossing, forgetting that if you cross on the zebra crossing
Yeah.
and somebody hits you,
Yeah.
automatically the guy is faulty. But if he hits you outside the zebra crossing, it's between you and him. You weren't supposed to cross. Why did you cross? What happens? I think a lot of education needs to go into road safety. It has to be a continuous thing. It's not only the road safety institution, but all of us. At least for this season, we should have a segment on programs like this
All
where
right,
we
talk
talk
about
road safety.
Again, my difficulty, forgive me, all right? My difficulty is where a country, I can understand the issue of systems, where a country over, I'm sure, 100 million people in the United States, but we have 30 million. And these are just, some of these things are concentrated in the urban areas, where we've now fixed cameras, and the difficulty is still to clamp down on these people. Or is it me?
What's the objective of the camera? Is the objective of the camera to catch people?
Yes.
Or is the objective of the camera to show accidents that happen on the
No, it's to catch both of them. It's to show evidence.
So if it's for evidence,
Right.
how do you now use that
Right.
to catch individuals?
Right.
In the UK,
Right.
where I'm very familiar with, the cameras can catch you. They can come to your house and come and arrest you
I see.
because they have an effective address system. Your car number plate, the moment it passes the camera, is taking it. So somebody can be sitting in your house, and you get a letter through your box,
mailbox,
and then it's a fine. You cross this traffic light at this speed, you are fined X.
Right.
Will that happen here?
Anyways, is
No,
this?
but we are on the verge of that now.
Yeah. So I was even going there. Where?
Are we on the verge?
Yes.
on the verge.
So once the Ghana
So-
card, I guess.
So
all
if you like, you continue jumping the traffic light.
but why is it telling you open?
No. I want to say you're on the verge. I want to see how we will do it.
Because we are digitalizing everything. You see, we are moving in that general direction.
Right.
Ghana. Hey.
Well, you see, the sad thing
Let's
for me as a Ghanaian is that we are making progress in a lot of areas. But unfortunately, for many of our people, one, they do not have faith that we are making the progress.
Okay.
Two, they don't want to even believe that we are making progress. So even though the progress is being done, some might still be skeptical.
Philip, I don't
It's the
think
slow pace.
Philip, I don't think that is the problem. I
well,
think the problem
that
is,
is my view.
will they make it work?
Work.
it will work.
That's the problem.
Okay.
It'll work.
It'll work.
Once the
Will they
system,
make
you
it
see,
work?
all these things take time. You've got to build the infrastructure properly. You've got to link. Look, the cameras have started working. We've seen it, right? So it's having its benefits. Ghana card is being rolled out. The digital address system is being rolled out. So many things are being rolled out. When you get your passport, when you get your driving license, everything.
You know, I don't have a digital address on my house, and I've gone to tell
You see,
them, and nothing has happened.
it is two things. If you don't have a digital address on your house,
You have a Ghana card.
no, wait a minute. You see, the other day I saw a very sad story where some people were going about actually peeling off the plate.
Yes, people steal it.
People are stealing it. Scrap dealers are actually stealing it. So I don't know whether in your case,
No, he says that's
It's never. I've never had. Like,
So
like,
it's not.
like,
So, I thought the answer
no,
would
so
have been that
I'll
all
ask
those
him.
details.
no, first of all, his house has a digital address. Whether
but it's not on my
whether
house.
the plate
No,
is,
you
not
could
there.
generate it
you can generate it.
with your phone. Ghana
Yes,
Post.
you can generate it on your phone.
Yeah,
These are some of the achievements and things that were done.
Okay, so thank
Use your
you.
own phone